guys up front may determine, Brent, the outcome tonight. What elements make for a fantastic front court?
Well, nowadays it's about skilled front court players, guys who have the ability to not only shoot it, but also dribble handoff, make decisions with the basketball to help open up and spread up your offense for your guards and your quicker players to slash and find those gaps.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the center filling out the middle. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Right side, George. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Bucks take it the other way. And by virtue of their NBA schedule, their first game of the new year is against the Los Angeles Clippers.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
And they don't want a repeat of what happened last year here. They know this is an opponent they can handle, and they don't want to give away anything like they did last year.
And here are the Clippers now after the basket by Milwaukee. Here's Leonard. The Clippers keep it alive. Beverly dishes to Harrell. Leonard against Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Giannis.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
George against Matthews. Harrell kicks to George. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And it's Beverly missing.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Here's Giannis. And stolen by Williams. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Stolen by Bledsoe. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
I'd like to see how confident and effective Antetokounmpo could be from there. If he's got some room to shoot it, he really does need to fire away.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the last few seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar-level game. And checking out some stats for Bledsoe. He had a strong showing last season. Last season put up about 16 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he's in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
And, you know, Greg, this last season, Giannis improving on his rebounding and his passing.
Career highs for him in both of those areas. If he ever adds a deep shot, I'm not sure how you guard him at that point.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Harrell kicks to George. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
Bledsoe looking around. Passes to Giannis. The Clippers grab the miss.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot. even with little or no defense on you.
Leonard against Bledsoe. Left side, Leonard. Eric Bledsoe grabs the miss.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Matthews passes to Lopez. Over Williams. That one a little long.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. Beverly, the pass to Harrell. And Beverly kicks to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. The pass to Harrell. From deep. That shot is off. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Middleton outside. Pass to Bledsoe. They get the rebound. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
And Giannis just gobbling up the rebound, just spreads his wing out there, and the ball falls right into it.
Beverly, the pass to Harrell. He kicks it to Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Now Williams. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Williams.
Count on Kawhi Leonard to work as much as he needs to get to the spots on the floor where he can be successful. He's a good shooter from mid-range.
Now here's Bledsoe. Pass to Middleton. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. There's only so much you can do game planning for Paul George. The coach is just as concerned with PG's defense as he is with his scoring. Tremendously long and disruptive, we know that George is as good as they come at the defensive end. Kevin?
Thank you, David. 11 feet away, and it's Leonard missing. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Passes it to Bledsoe. Giannis high post. Leonard's there. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And last season for the Clippers, it was a collection of smaller guys who played big.
But very effective with those kind of lineups with shorter, very effective offensive players out there. And Lou Williams being a catalyst for what they were doing, coming off the bench and providing a spark. You know, in the fourth quarter, there was always an opportunity for the Clippers, if the game was close, to rely on Lou Williams to get the job done.
Here's Harrell. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. And here's the fast break. Middleton the pass to Lopez. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard. Well, he coined the name himself last season. Brent, are you willing to call Brook Lopez Splash Mountain?
I am, but I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
The first one falls. The starting gate, opening night in the NBA. Brent, what are you most looking forward to?
I just like to see who it is that, in terms of their competitive spirit right now, is coming out of training camp hungry. Let's see in the next couple weeks which team jumps out and which coaching staffs have done a great job preparing their team coming out of camp. Now, we know that teams can fall off, Kevin, that talent will catch up. Other veteran teams may get themselves back into a rhythm. But coming out of training camp, how much more together are teams, and teams that have made changes, what are they playing like?
What's their chemistry?
Let's find out how they're going to play this year.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
First free throw is good.
Each year we get to see Giannis come back from a summer and what he's done to up his game. Get a little bit stronger in the weight room, be a little bit better ball handler, play a little bit more aggressively. The guy's competing to be one of the best players in the business.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Bucks. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Well, a fantastic year for the Bucks, and the future looks bright for this franchise.
A new arena in Milwaukee, a new practice site. First-year coach Mike Budenholzer changing the entire philosophy of what they did offensively and ending up in an MVP award for one Giannis Antetokounmpo. The fans showed up. A lot of excitement for the Milwaukee Bucks in the years to come.
Now, here's Shamet. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo, Shamet, good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And Giannis throws it down.
You know how you want to tell people don't let Giannis get too close? Well, one step past half court, he's too close.
George passes to Beverly. Here's Green. Rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Hill with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Antetokounmpo. George with the defensive effort. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Beverly. And he uses the glass on the layup.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Now here is Hill. 9-point game his last outing. Now the pass to Giannis. From about 16, and the jumper is good. Giannis has got 11 points.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Beverly, the pass to George. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Second is Paul George. Third is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And what an option either of those two guys give you. They're both excellent safety valves when an offense is struggling.
Now, here's Zubac. And in the game with Dallas, he did not play well. Here's Korver. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Here's Zubac. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The 3 from George. No good. He has missed 3 of his 5 attempts this game. Outside Korver. It's stolen by Green. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And that one is good from Zubac.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And so Hill will bring it up for the Bucks. Pass to Ilyasova. It's back to Hill. And Connaughton has it in the corner. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the 3 ball.
pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. Here's Green. The shot, no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. 1:04 left in the first quarter of the game. Passes it to Ilyasova. Hill inside. Defended by Beverly. 6 to shoot. Here's Connaughton. Guarded by Green. No good from Connaughton.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Now, here is George. He dishes it to Beverly. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And Patrick Beverly could do that in close, finds a way to get that one up, and you know he likes to score. It doesn't happen a ton, but he loves it.
Antetokounmpo against George. Now here's Giannis. Tight defense on him. Here's the 3. And that one released in time, but no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine. So.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Such a great way to silence hostile fans who want the up and down pace that gets them amped up. Instead, everyone's just standing around watching the free throw game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Beverly and Shamet in the backcourt together. JaMychal Green is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Antetokounmpo. The Clippers getting the bucket, and the shot goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 13.
He's a hard guy to guard everywhere on the floor, but more than anywhere else, Giannis can get you in the paint. That's where he lives.
There's the pass to Green. Over Giannis. Green, no luck.
When you are wrapped up that tightly in the mid-range, you are better off just moving the ball.
Yeah, that's one where you hope if he gets in there the next time, he makes a different choice.
Now, here's Shamet. Following the miss by Giannis. It's tipped. Giannis against Green. Giannis with some nice D. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. Now, we all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws. Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Brent, for your money, who's the most complete player in the NBA right now?
Over the course of the past 2 years, nobody has impressed me more with his complete game than Kevin Durant. What he has done defensively has just been tremendous. And I know you have guys like Giannis, you have guys like Harden, you have guys like LeBron James, who are incredible players.
And Kawhi, what he did last year. Yeah.
But Kevin Durant, to me, still is one of the most impressive complete players that we have in the game.
Now here's Bledsoe. Pass to Giannis. Back to Bledsoe. Here's Lopez. Hits it down to Middleton. And here's Matthews. Lopez left side. Shoots over Zubac. Lopez with the buckets.
Over time, the game has changed, and there's some new wrinkles to Lopez's game, and that introduction of space is helping out this offense.
Leonard looking over the floor. No good that time. Great D that time from Middleton. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, I don't think you're stopping Giannis on a drive like that. He just takes off, and one stride gets by everybody.
Los Angeles calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. Chance to check out the story on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Great showing for him last season. 3rd in scoring, 6th in rebounding, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And you only average top 3 in points if you have a particular mindset that you are the guy. Leonard. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
A great floor awareness as Antetokounmpo has a sense for when the D has overcommitted or shifted his way, and then he finds where his teammate is open on the floor.
Now here's Williams. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Bledsoe, and laid in to finish the break. And now an 8-point Bucks lead.
And right now they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Now here's Giannis. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go.
And Middleton getting up there allows him, with that height, to get up and jam it down.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now here's Williams. Looking to end the run. Doesn't go that time. Bledsoe with the defensive effort. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, Kevin, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Chris Middleton's an interesting story. I remember when he signed his first extension and talking to, at that time, his head coach, Jason Kidd, that Chris was dealing with living up to the contract. I think after that first season went by, he settled back down. It got him into a position to earn this second contract. And now he knows where he belongs. He knows how important he is to the Milwaukee Bucks and their continued success and striving towards a championship for the city.
Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. 5th is Montrezl Harrell.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Clippers trail by 12. And for Middleton, he was drafted in the second round by Detroit. Brent, they sent him to the G League, which he says was the turning point for him.
Well, I think he just got hungrier and realized there was a self-awareness part of this that he needed to grow, and he needed to maybe adjust some of his work habits. Went from an overlooked second-round pick to an NBA All-Star, Kevin. I would call that great focus. And now he wants to be a consistent performer on a nightly basis to lead this team to championship level.
Now Leonard, following the three-point attempt by Wesley Matthews. To end the drought, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here, only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Over Harrell. They get it again. Lopez. The second chance effort and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Now, we've seen Lopez be more and more assertive in looking for his shot, which in turn draws the defense's attention to him.
Well, the evolution of Brook Lopez continues as he is now a premier stretch 5. His three-point shot continues to get better and now a huge part of his arsenal.
That's good from Brook Lopez. And Lopez bold enough to give himself a nickname.
Yeah, well, what was it? Splash Mountain or something like that? I guess he's earned it with the work he's put in on his outside shooting. More and more centers these days shooting the 3-ball.
And he can't hit the second.
And Lopez serves as an unbelievable case study for someone who changed his game over time. I mean, almost in a season. So specifically, how he added the three-point shot, it's made him such a valuable asset to this offense.
Now here's Harrell. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Middleton.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Bledsoe against Leonard. Kicks it down to Middleton. Just 4 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And it's Williams with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. 11-point game. Leonard the pass to Williams. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. On offense, here are the Bucks. They're on a 17-4 run.
Yeah, Giannis has the hard hat on right now, going to work. So good, so long, and just terrorizing the D.
Williams against Bledsoe. Now, here's Shamet. Pass to Williams. Here's Zubac. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis is out to the right wing. Bledsoe for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now, here's Shamet, defended by Middleton. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe. And the Clippers making a change here. Green's checked in. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to Leonard. Three-pointer. Great D that time from Middleton.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And last year, Chris Middleton, not quite as dead-eye as he has been in the past. Still a solid shooter from all ranges.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The first free throw is good. And for Middleton, Greg, you don't need all the volume out there from him. You just need the efficiency.
And Middleton has always been an efficient player. Great to have on a team as a second or third option.
Middleton hits them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Williams kicks to Harrell. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Now Shamet. And there's the pass to Harrell. Here's Williams over Bledsoe. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time.
Yeah.
I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 6. Antetokounmpo finds Middleton. Floats it up for Giannis. It's stolen by Green. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Good scorers have that ability. When Leonard gets that deep, it's usually a bucket, a trip to the free throw line, or both.
Well, you knew that Kawhi Leonard would be a huge name on the free agency market last summer, especially after winning his 2nd Finals MVP.
And Kawhi let the pieces fall before making his decision. Was the last major free agent to choose where he was going to play. Ended up shaking up the NBA in the process by joining the Clippers.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
And thinking back to last postseason, the Clippers did not back down to the Warriors at all.
Well, L.A. was a much more physical team. I think they knew going in that the only way that they had a shot was to be disruptive, and they brought that on both ends of the floor, and that was going against a healthy Kevin Durant at the time. They took 2 games last year in that series, and the way in which they played, that spirit might have caught the attention of one Paul George and one Kawhi Leonard.
And maybe the biggest story of this summer, where would Kawhi Leonard be headed in free agency? A player of his caliber commands that kind of media scrutiny.
Now here's Ilyasova. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin, you got to look at where did he also impact the game? It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
George Hill's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Clippers trail by 11. Greg, you talk about the media focus for Kawhi Leonard. Not exactly something he embraces.
Not at all. As a kid on his birthdays, he'd shutter himself in his room because he didn't want the attention. To this day, he lets his play do the talking.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
George looking around. Tipped away. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
2 years ago, Paul George and his curious travels about where he was going to land in terms of free agency made his way back to Oklahoma City. And a lot of people were wondering why he made that choice. Then a year later, at the behest of Kawhi Leonard, a trade goes down where Paul George ends up back in Los Angeles with the Clippers. You talk about a two-way threat along with Kawhi Leonard. What an unbelievable wing combination the Clippers have with these two.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Beverly, the pass to Harrell. Kicks it to George. And the basket is good. George has got 6 points in the quarter. And with George last year, easily his best season as a pro in every measurable way.
You wonder in the next couple of seasons here, Kevin, if we're going to see the best of Paul George. Again, coming off that gruesome leg injury, him finding his form last year for Oklahoma City. A lot of talk about even Paul George being considered as an MVP candidate, and rightly so. Now back in Los Angeles with Kawhi Leonard. What a terrific duo they have.
And so it's Milwaukee now. The Clippers getting the bucket. A minute 20 left in the second quarter. At the top of the key, Lopez. 4 on the clock. Over Harrell. Lopez, no luck. Clippers trail by 9. George passes to Harrell. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
He's going to keep coming and coming. Montrezl Harrell, relentless.
Now here is Hill. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Beverly. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
And Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on,
2 shots.
You're going to have to go through them.
First one falls for him.
One of the better perimeter defenders in the game, and in the golden age of scoring point guards, Patrick Beverly doing his best to slow them down on a nightly basis.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hill with it. Puts it up. And the Bucks miss again. And here's Beverly trying to find Green. He's got it now.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks ahead, up by 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been very good. Why has that happened?
Well, I think our guys are committed on that end. Everybody's active. Everybody's covering for each other. And we know how important it is.
Mike, we'll see if it continues in the next quarter. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 21 points, 2 assists, and a monster amount of rebounds. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
They obviously came in wanting to push the action, and so far, so good. They're looking to get easy transition baskets because the other team is not getting back on defense.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, they could be ahead in this game if they were taking care of the boards. More possession means more scoring opportunities. A few rebounds either way could decide the outcome of the game. Ultimately, this game will come down to who wants it more.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Clippers trail by 4. And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Matthews and Middleton the 2 wings. And it's Bledsoe in at the 1. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
The Clippers shooting for the game at 42%. Matthews against Williams. Over Matthews. Williams can't get it to go.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
The score now all even.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Now here's Middleton. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Middleton finds Bledsoe. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Matthews, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long 3.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good. Matthews.
Well, the Bucks are in a good spot with a young superstar entering his prime.
And they like the fact that this core has more potential in it. It wasn't just a one-hit wonder as they committed to Lopez. They committed to Chris Middleton, and now they think that they can take the next step with Giannis's growth.
Both free throws good from Matthews. I'll grade the Clippers signing of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George the grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams, 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selections, and 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters. In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams, signing for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective, only 8 players had ever done that in league history.
So it's the Clippers now. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Beverly against Bledsoe. To the middle. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Unselfish play there by Bledsoe. Does a great job scanning, noticing somebody's open, get them the ball.
The Bucks have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
What's up?
Well, Mike Budenholzer winning the Coach of the Year for the second time, just has such a great mind offensively and came in with a new system for this entire roster, one that they embraced very early on. I think it was really important last year, training camp, establishing that type of confidence. It carried them through for the entire year.
Now here's Leonard. 8 points for him. 4 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got 10.
There's no way he even felt that contact. That's what makes Leonard so tough to defend on the dribble drive.
And for the Milwaukee Bucks, Budenholzer, a big reason they were a top offense last season.
Well, we talked a lot about Bud Ball, and you add Giannis Antetokounmpo in there, and Bud's ability to pair Giannis's unique skill set to the way that he wanted to play. They really changed a lot of what they did offensively, and it felt very, very seamless.
Now here's Leonard. And now Matthews pushing it up. No one back to stop him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Lou Williams.
2.
For Milwaukee, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good. Matthews.
It's very efficient and a well-tuned offense for the Bucks. They drive, they kick, they get open threes. Second in the league last year, as that was Mike Budenholzer's biggest change in threes.
Both free throws good from Matthews. And with the Bucks in their offense, Brent, it all starts with Giannis.
Starts with Giannis, and that might have got them into trouble last year. They could maybe use another creator in a way where a guy can manufacture his own points. Who knows? Maybe that's growth within. Maybe that's Chris Middleton as he tries to improve his game, or Eric Bledsoe in some way. But the team does need a little bit more dynamism on the offensive end.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboards. They are really controlling the inside. And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Now here's Beverly. He has 7. Over in the corner, Williams. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Oh, no. Just don't let him get his feet set. Leonard has become a deadeye on the catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 6. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Love how Bledsoe's forcing the issue, not bashful about throwing that athletic build around on an NBA floor.
And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
That free throw, no good.
And the Clippers franchise joined this league in 1970. They've never made it past the conference semifinals.
Yeah, but the last few years, when you talk about the landscape of Los Angeles, the Clippers have had a remarkable run, much better record than the Lakers have had in Tinseltown. And so surprising to think of all the talent that's come through the Clipper doors in prior years, but this could be the year with these additions where they break through.
And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
Here is Matthews. The Clippers getting the bucket. Left side, Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Williams kicks to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Williams. And that one goes long.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Matthews. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 8 rebounds in this game. Williams against Bledsoe. Now, here's Zubac. Williams finds Leonard. The baseline J. And no good that time. Great D that time from Middleton.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Now here's Leonard, following the miss by Eric Bledsoe.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Chris Middleton. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged 18 points per, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
And the first one comes.
First in the East and overall best record with those 60 wins last year. Just a great season and a great playoff run by the Bucks. Unfortunately, fell victim to a backdoor sweep in the conference finals.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Wesley Matthews. Good on both. You know, Brent, the Bucks had never lost 3 games in a row all of last season until that Toronto series.
Think about how much that might impact what it is they rely on coming into this year, where they're not going to let that loss last year in the playoffs define them. It's a big learning curve. They had an opportunity. They were that close. They can hold on to that motivation all year long and get back to that opportunity this year in the playoffs. They'd be better for it.
Here's Giannis. Feeds it to Ilyasova. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now, here's Shamet. Here's Leonard. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Leonard's got 8 here in the quarter.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Williams following the basket by Giannis. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut back down to 4 with the made basket from Leonard.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Floats it up for Giannis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Shamet. Now Williams, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors. Williams against Bledsoe. Passes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Bledsoe. He kicks to Ilyasova. No good from outside. Clippers trail by 6. Stolen by Middleton. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Bledsoe, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And you got to hit Eric Bledsoe extra hard to prevent that type of scoring opportunity. Just too physical as a point guard.
He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Leonard. The Bucks also with the sub. George Hill's checked in for Chris Middleton.
One shot.
When it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait. That's
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
Ilyasova can't hit.
He'd love to make him pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
It's stolen by Hill. And Giannis pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
The impressive wingspan of George Hill allows him to come up with that kind of steal.
Shamet with it. He's against Hill. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Korver's checked in. Here's George. He's got 16. Outside, Green. Back to George. Fires the 3. The Clippers get another chance here. Shamet finds George. Goes back up and misses it off the right side of the rim.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Here's Giannis. He's got 29 points. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got 8 rebounds in this game. To the paint, Beverly takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Beverly's got 9.
just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Connaughton passes to Lopez. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 6th rebound on the night. In the corner, George with it. Fires for 3. It's not going to go for him. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, he might not be the biggest guy out there, but he's willing to rip that rim off.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 11. Harrell kicks to George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And that one's good. Beverly.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Shamet. And the pass to Green. Out left to the wing. Lopez over to help. Shot clock at 6. Harrell dishes to Green. And here's George for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee.
He needs to try to get another basket this quarter because clearly his jumper is not going down right now.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Beverly.
The strength from Patrick Beverly is impressive. Takes the punishment. I don't think he minds it one bit and still converts.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. George from deep three-point land misses there. And so it's Milwaukee holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Relax. We're in good shape. Keep looking for each other. Keep cutting hard. Everybody look. Take care of our defense. More pressure. More activity.
That's Coach Mike Budenholzer running through the gambit of areas where he feels they need to excel.
Yeah, I mean, and most of all, Coach is asking them to be 100% engaged. Give it your all, and then let the chips fall where they may.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Green, and it's Beverly in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, I'd be aware of Paul George, especially when he's that close. How about that throwdown?
Bucks leading by 11. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Baseline try. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harrell's got 7 rebounds in the game. George. And it's George finishing it off.
Now, which ways tonight has Paul George not made an impact in this game? A one-man wrecking crew.
Hill finds Lopez. Giannis with it. And they double up on Antetokounmpo. Out to the right wing. All sorts of time. Offensive rebound. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from George.
PG playing behind the pick and roll, able to use his size. Pretty good decision that time with the basketball.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Worms, I just opened up a can of those. My mother had a flower shop, but I was Sandra's Rose. Two girls that I look like Indiana Jones. I make them walk together like I'm Amber Rose. Yeah, Dad, I gotta up the ante. California girl, sweeter than pieces of candy. Had me all in Nipsey hood to go link up with Sammy. Type of hood with bandanas make the family. Head on a swivel, I could but I could never dribble. Life too short, I gotta get it before they blow the whistle. My uncle trying to change my energy with stones and crystals. But it's gonna take more than that for me to control my issues. I wasn't made for no casket or no prison cell. Every title doing numbers like I'm Mr. Dead.
The Bucks making a change here. Matthews is checked in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He likes where things are headed, but he cautioned them to play smart the rest of the way. He said carelessness with the ball, with assignments, with rotations, any of that can undo what we've worked to accomplish so far. Kevin, they are so close.
Here's George after Wesley Matthews' score. Well, he's not a locked-in starter these days, but Brent George Hill can be effective off the bench.
Comes in at the 1 or the 2 guard position, can guard the 1 through 3 positions, and because of George Hill and his massive amount of playoff experience, there's a lot of confidence in the coaching staff to get George out on the floor, and that he's going to make the right play at the right time.
The first free throw is good.
Think about Paul George in his second year in the NBA being named the most improved player. He's just gotten better from that point. And you don't have to win an award every year to prove it.
That one is no good. Bucks leading by 10. To the inside. And that's good from Antetokounmpo on the assist by Hill. Hill's got 3 assists tonight.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Now here's Harrell. Now Beverly. He feeds it to Green. And he makes the 8-footer. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Wants to get it to Matthews and does. Count that one.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in, and Milwaukee with a change here too. Middleton's checked in.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
Free throw, good. Matthews. George with the ball. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got his 6th assist on the night.
That's Kawhi pushing the action all by himself there, attacking inside and starting to take charge.
Now here is Hill. Outside, Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. Here's Lopez. And the 3 off target.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
That one good for 2. Leonard's got it back down to within single digits for the Clippers. Bucks have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Lopez passes to Middleton. That 3 off the mark. Clippers have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. And George gets it to go.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Hill passes to Lopez. Middleton outside. Hill against Beverly. Clock at 4 from past the arc. Hill, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's Hill. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Here's Matthews, and Matthews throws it down.
Giannis showing off some of that team-first mentality by finding an open teammate.
Hill against Beverly. Pass to Leonard. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And he gets it back. Matthews passes to Middleton. Lopez dishes to Matthews. Back to Lopez. Good. And now it's a 9-point Bucks lead.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. And Leonard has it in the corner. Back to Beverly. Lays it up and banks it in.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Bucks leading by 7. Hill passes to Antetokounmpo. Inside. And Matthews gets it to go in on the assist by Giannis. And now it's up to 25 points for Wesley Matthews. And the Clippers call time here. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
Williams is checked in for Landry Shamet. Eric Bledsoe is checked in for the Bucks. Harrell kicks to George. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Paul George does a great job changing speeds right there, and that's a huge part of his athleticism. Takes it strong to the cup and just daring a defender to come at him.
That free throw good from George. And George drops them both. Bucks leading by 7. Middleton outside. Passes it to Giannis. Kicks it to Matthews. Jacks up a 3. They get it back. Antetokounmpo. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
Here's Beverly. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
Patrick Beverley is going to come at you every night. Just an inspiring player that way, and daring the defense to get physical with him on that play.
The first one falls. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Milwaukee leading by 8. Bledsoe finds Lopez. Here's Matthews. He goes up again. And Giannis with a nice bucket inside. Antetokounmpo's got 47 points. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking. And more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Williams. Harrell up top. Lopez with the steal. Matthews goes in. That one, no good. Great D that time from Harrell. Clippers trail by 12. Outside Williams. To the paint. He's looking for Harrell and finds him.
Well, Harrell gets up there and he uses that long wingspan for the finish.
And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Matthews scanning the floor. Giannis against Leonard. And again, that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
From about 19 feet, the rebound by the Bucks. Lopez has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Giannis gets it to go.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
And Los Angeles guys shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Matthews against Williams. And that's good off the glass that time.
Well, the in-between game is really nice from Lou Williams. Great at working his way into a place on the floor where he can attack you with the shot.
Now here's Middleton. And here's Matthews. And it's Antetokounmpo, top of the key. Clock at 6. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Giannis kicks to Bledsoe. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. 4 on the clock. There's the triple.
He gives his all whenever he's out there on the floor. Just that energy level is something that is infectious for Montrezl Harrell.
Beverly dishes to Williams. And Middleton with the block. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. Bucks on defense, leading by 12. And the Bucks, they're shooting 57% in this 4th quarter. Bledsoe passes to Giannis. Lopez right side. Good on the shot. Lopez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
George against Middleton. from 13, and the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to just 12 points with the basket from George. The Bucks shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Leonard with the steal, and now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And the claw at work, just one reason why he's always a threat to lead the league in steals. Jump starts the fast break there.
Giannis against Leonard. Here's Giannis. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Williams dishes to Harrell. Middleton against George. 6 on the shot clock. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, the early years when Paul George came into the league with the Pacers, you wondered how his frame would fill out. It's filled out nicely.
Throw good, Paul George. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Bledsoe outside. Trying to get open is Lopez. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Williams. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 10 points for Lou Williams.
Wow, huge in a big moment there. Getting the ball to Lou Williams, not a bad idea.
.58 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. The baseline J off the mark. The 3 from George. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
Offensive rebound. Nobody near George. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. 20 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Shooting 2.
The first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 5. 19 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Williams kicks to Harrell. Williams passes to George. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
He does a lot of work on the perimeter, but don't let Paul George fool you. He can finish inside.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Eric Bledsoe bounced around a little bit in the early part of his career under the tutelage of Chris Paul when he first came into the league. Seems like he's found a home here and very much settling into his role.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 5. 12 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
Twelve seconds left in the fourth quarter. Laces one from 3.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
Now I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game. Nine seconds left in the fourth quarter. Over in the corner, Zubats. Back to Harrell. Takes a 3. Can't connect. So a close